Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Now, continuing my review of my pre-orders of the McFarlane toys. I've just received this from the mail, and I decided to for it to be the first one I review because I am really very excited with this figure when I saw their photos. So this is the McFarlane Toys Digital Superman, the Silver Age. Now, I kind of really wish that the photos that we saw does justice to the actual figure and make this our definitive Superman, more specifically, classic definitive Superman on our shelf. So let us unbox this figure and see if McFarlane did justice to this version of Superman. Now, just for some close up of the packaging before I unbox it. So, that is the front side, shows Superman, DC, the Silver Age. The other side, nothing much. The top, bottom, and then the back shows a very classic picture of Superman from the comic book, which is actually all we just want. Okay, let us get this figure out of the box. So basically, the only thing that comes with him is the alternate flying hands. Then yeah, standard art card, the digital code voucher, then the stand. So this is everything out of the box. The McFarlane Toys digital card, wherein you just need the code for the basically just a picture of the toy. I don't know, guys. I don't know why McFarlane even thought that this will be a this will be a successful venture. Then he also comes with the standard McFarlane art card. I love this classic Superman. And then short biography at the back. If you guys want to read it, you can post it now. Okay. McFarlane Toys Digital Standard Base or Stand. Two alternate flying hands and the figure. Okay, after having a close look at the figure, I think the buck that they use here is the same as the one that they use for the Kingdom Come Superman, which I guess for me is their best buck. I think they originally used this on the I don't know what Superman it is because I did not get that wave. The monitor wave from the monitor connectable wave, the Superman there, if I'm not mistaken, is I think it's Crisis Earth or Superman or something like that. Anyway, I think you got what I mean. For me, I think this is the McFarlane's best buck for Superman because I know that their Hush Superman is pretty popular, but I really find it too bulky. I think the chest of that figure is too big. While in the case of this one, he's still bulky, but sculpt wise is not that, he has muscles, but it's not like, like the bodybuilding muscles. So this is actually a dream come true for most of us McFarlane collectors because I know that when this book was first released, we all knew that I know a lot of us has wished that McFarlane will actually create the classic Superman using this book, and I guess this is McFarlane's way of answering that, answering that wish. Now, just to get this out of the way, because before I go further into the review, I think if you are like me, who is very familiar with this mold, we all know that one of the main issue of this is the hands are too big, and unfortunately, McFarlane did not change that. So I think when it comes to the closed fist, it is not as bad. It is not as bad. But when it comes to this alternate hands, I think these are really too big. I mean, look at that. It can practically cover his entire face like that. Anyway, guys, just want to make sure I cover that before I go deeper into the review. Now, since this is like 100% reuse of the an old body mold, I think one of the main selling point that this figure is gonna have is the head sculpt. And yeah, it's just a pretty much neutral head sculpt. So I don't think McFarlane did that. Did not do any artistic thing that he wants to do with how the face, with this expression of the face. Which, to be honest, I'm glad because I want this to be just like that, a neutral face. If McFarlane's gonna give us a more dynamic looking face, at least they should still give us a neutral face as an alternative. Now, if it's gonna give us one head, might as well be the neutral face. And so far, to be honest, I think so far this is the best Superman head sculpt they have actually given us. It even has some shading of blue. I'm not sure if this is a defect on my copy or if it is intentional. But the way I see it, I think it is intentional. So it actually makes the figure, a little more interesting than just giving him a completely 100% black hair. So that blue wash, I think I actually kind of like it. So for the head sculpt, I think it will pass for me for a classic Superman look. Now, the other thing that I wanted to know, which I did not see on the early photos that we saw, that will make this Superman for me perfect, perfect classic Superman is, does he have an S? And he does. Man, okay, I like that. I think this is really McFarlane's way of art answering our wishes because, first of all, bendy wire cape, amazing. Yellow S logo at the back, amazing. And then a more classic looking neutral face, amazing. I think the only negative thing that I can say on this, and I'm not sure, maybe some few will call this nitpicking. I'm not, maybe this is just on my copy, but there's a problem on my copy here. It's like it gets scratched or something. And considering that this is the Superman logo, which is up there, the main thing that you actually look at when you are looking at Superman, that's a very unfortunate paint problem. So that's a QC issue. I think that I don't know why it passed for retail sale. Aside from that, I don't see any more problem when it comes to the paint job of the figure. Anyway, guys, I'm not gonna dig deeper on this one because, as I said, this is basically a body mold which you've already seen. Okay, so here's the complete 360-degree look of the figure. Now for some close-up look. I didn't actually comment on this one, but I know that some of you guys might get turned off with how this is connected, but I don't think it is as bad as the which one is that comic book uh, Christopher Reeve Superman, which looks like which was really bad when it comes to the connection here. So there's the head sculpt. Now here's a close up of the front of the figure. Close up at the side. Close up at the other side. Close up at the back. Another close up of the back without the cape on the way. Nice muscle molds. Since this is not a new mold, I don't think there will be any surprise when it comes to the articulation. So let's just have a quick review of it. So on the for the head, you can look down that far. You can kind of look up a little, then side to side. So that's it for the head sculpt. For the hands, this can rotate. Then T pose, a little butterfly articulation, I guess. Then bicep cut, double jointed elbow, double peg hands. So you can do that. Abdominal cut, then waist rotation together using both. You can lean back that far, and since this is McFarlane, no range at all on leaning forward, side to side for the legs. So a little thigh swivel there. You can kick forward that far. You can kick back, I guess. Yeah, that's it. That far. Double jointed knee. Then rotation here. Then move back. Move forward. Toe articulation. Pivot. Ankle pivot. Then you can do the Van Dam. So that's it for the articulation. Now for some height comparison. Now, unfortunately, guys, I don't know where I put any of my Hush Batman. So what I have here is the next best thing for me. Well, for me, this is the next best thing next to the Hush Batman, which is the Batman Spawn version, which uses the three Jokers body buck. I think for me, this scales pretty well because, in a way, Batman is still a little taller, but not that tall. So I think these two scales well together. Now, here is a comparison with one of their very earlier mold. To be honest, for me, this has been actually number two when it comes to the Superman that I like before this body mold came out. Basically, I like is the Hush, and then this comes in second. No, I'm lying. This actually comes first. Hush is second. But my only issue with this Superman is that it's too thin, especially on the legs. Those legs are too thin. So this is definitely an upgrade. Now, since we're comparing classic, here is with Nightfall Batman, which is thus our more slim Batman. Now, in this case, I don't think Uh, I know I've always visioned Batman to be more bulkier and taller than Superman. So in the case of this one, I don't think they scale together very well. Supergirl, I think these two looks and skills pretty well together. Despite all the negatives that I said on my comments during my review of the Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow Supergirl, I love it. It just grew on me. I like this Supergirl figure. And lastly, our favorite Amazon, Wonder Woman. Finally, we have a Superman that actually scales pretty well with this Wonder Woman, which we all know is way too tall compared to the when he's side by side with the other Superman buck. But I think this one, I think he scales pretty well. Well, what can I say? As I said, this is McFarlane's answer to our wish of having a good classic Superman. I mean, proportion wise, I think this has better proportion. Aside from those big hands, I don't know what's McFarlane's problem with Superman's hands. This is not an issue with him with the other characters. Add to that he has a wide cape, yellow S logo. This figure practically checks a lot of the boxes of our when it comes to classic Superman that we want. Also, when it comes to the scale, I love the fact that he actually scales pretty well with the larger with the Batman that has the larger, taller body buff, and it scales pretty well with Wonder Woman. So yeah, I know that McFarlane has lost the DC license with Mattel, but at least I think if this is gonna be the final Superman figure that they build or that they produce for us, I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it. This is definitely a must buy. This is gonna be my definitive Superman on my shelf. And yeah, guys, if you had the opportunity to see this, don't skip it. Don't skip it, guys. This is an amazing Superman figure. Finally, finally from McFarlane. Anyway, guys, if you reached this part of my video, thanks a lot. If you like my video, please don't forget to leave a like, share, and subscribe. And as usual, guys, enjoy life and keep collecting.